let us see about the partial dependency. Let us start with an example, then we'll come to the theoretical definition. So let us assume that we have a relation or a table. It has 4 attributes A, B, C and D. Now this relation R has some functional dependencies as follows. By using A and B together, we can identify D. Using attribute B, we can find C. So using B, A and B, we can find out C and D. And also A and B, that means we can identify all attributes present in this relation. Using A and B, therefore we can say that A, B together is a candidate key. And by using the candidate key AB, we can identify the complete tuple. This is called as closure. AB closure will give us all the 4 attributes A, B, C and D. Now, as we know in the following relation, A and B is a candidate key. Based on that, we can differentiate the attribute in 2 types. First one is prime attribute and another one is non-prime attribute. So the attributes that are part of a candidate key are called as prime attributes. In this example, attribute A and attribute B both are prime attributes. C and D were not a part of candidate key or non-prime attributes. By using prime attributes, we can find or identify the non-prime attributes. So in this example, we have a relation or a table. It has only one candidate key and therefore that will become the primary key as well as. But in many cases, there can be a multiple candidate keys present in the relation. So all the attributes present in those all candidate keys are called prime attributes. So we understood that what is prime attribute and what is non-prime attribute. Now let us focus on functional dependencies. Let's see the first one. Or a dependent A is dependent on B or dependent of C by determinant A, B, D is determined using candidate key. So there is no problem with the functional dependency. Second one is B is dependent on C is determined by determinant B. Now B is not a candidate key but it is a part of a candidate key. Now understand this carefully. When a non-prime attribute, in this case C, can be determined using part of a candidate key, in this case B, this type of functional dependency is said to be a partial dependency, as it depends on the part of a candidate key and not on complete candidate key. If it is said to be a partial dependency, in the above case, a non-prime attribute can be determined using complete candidate key, so this is not a partial dependency. So now we enter into the definition of a partial dependency. So partial dependency in a DBMS occurs when a non-prime attribute depends on the proper subset, or we can say part of the candidate key. To identify partial dependency in relation, you must follow these steps. In the first step, you must identify candidate keys in a relation. In the second step, you must differentiate prime and non-prime attributes. In the last step, you need to find a non-prime attribute that is determined by a part or a proper subset of candidate key. That is all for today. So now let us see this with the example.